This video is brought to you by Squarespace. The onion half that you thought you were gonna use but forgot about it and it got a bit stale. That bell pepper that you just ate a little bit off and left it in your fridge to die. Some sauceless leftover cooked pasta that you don't know what to do with. All these things and so much more can come together and form the most efficient, tasty, quick and easy dish that everyone should master, the stir fry. Today I'll show you how to make these stir fries and never run out of stir fry possibilities. For satisfying and quick lunches and dinners that will save your life. Okay, maybe not save your life, but significantly improve it culinarily a little bit. People like to overcomplicate this process, but all you really need is a pan and some heat. And then you probably need some oil and the ingredients that go with it, and a sauce, and you probably need some No, but really, it's not that complicated. You probably have a pan, right? An ideal pan here would be a carbon steel wok. Mine is pretty small, but honestly, whatever you have, you can probably use. If you have a choice, pick one that has some decent surface area and some curvature because you want to be able to toss with it. Really, the most complex part of a stir fry is not the cooking process, but prepping the ingredients. And here's where you can have a lot of fun. Anything really goes here. Proteins like chicken, beef or pork, vegetables frozen and fresh, aromatics like onion and garlic, carbs like rice and noodles, greens, nuts and seeds, mushrooms, and pretty much anything that you'll like you can throw in there. I like to get a large plate like this and form my stir fries on them before cooking so I can visualize all the flavors and textures that are gonna come together. And this is an excellent opportunity to use old vegetables and forgotten leftovers like I did here in my leftover stir fry. I had some bell peppers, some carrot, leftover onion and garlic, and also some chicken breast. Now these are the building blocks of your future meal, a meal that is minutes away from entering your digestive system. Okay, first of all, put your pan on high heat. It's gonna be quick fire, tossing and stirring, blasting the ingredients with high heat for a short amount of time. So let's go. Now, there isn't just one correct way to do it, but I'll show you a very basic way to go about it. Now, generally, you wanna start with some oil and get that oil hot. And then throw in your aromatics. In my case, I have my garlic. Give them a quick good toss for some seconds, and then add in your chicken breast. I like to season it a little bit now, even though it's gonna get sauced up. Oh, and don't be scared of a little flame. Try not to set your house on fire though. When the chicken looks kinda cooked, I'm ready to throw in my bell pepper, onion, and carrot. It's all about feeling at which rates these ingredients cook. There isn't a strong rule, so go out there and have some fun experimenting. Do not try to cook these vegetables to a mush. You just want to take away their raw edge, and the residual heat will take care of the rest. Practice your tossing motion. You gotta gently push the pan away from you and flick it back to toss. Now it's time to finish it off. Saucing is what brings all these flavors together. And there are many ways to do it, but for this first one, I'll keep it simple. First, soy sauce. Saltiness, umami, it's essential here. You also want to go in with some acidity to add some tang and cut through the saltiness. Don't be afraid of some sweetness also. I'm throwing in some honey because I like it. And also for a deep earthy flavor, add some toasted sesame oil. Another super secret trick is to mix in some water and cornstarch until they form a slurry. And add a little bit of that to the sauce. It's gonna give it a thick and glossy finish that's gonna take it up to 11. Now you can serve this over rice or with noodles, but to be honest, even just like this, it's amazing. Finish it with some sesame seeds. This is lunch right here.
I also like the song Stir Fry by Migos.
You eat it.
I want it all.
You take it and you eat it.
I like it.
Okay, go.
Give me.
Go.
You have rice.
I have rice.
Oh.
You want rice?
I have what?
Okay, and now that you got the basics, it's time to play around a little bit. This formula is a great way to never run out of meal ideas. For example, let's say we're working with these ingredients: mushrooms, tempeh, green onion, and sugar snaps. Let's try to elevate them through a stir fry. First, I'm adding my mushrooms with no oil. You know you're cooking mushrooms well when they make this noise. That's pretty unique to mushrooms because I don't want them to absorb the oil and become greasy. I cook them until they're almost done and I simply remove them. Yeah, you can do that and add them back later. Again, no rules. Now I'm adding my oil and my green onion that I cut into chunks and tossing it around for like 10 seconds, and then my tempeh. Tempeh is a fermented soy product that has a very interesting tangy taste, and you should definitely try it as a main protein for your meals. I want the tempeh to get a little bit crispy, but obviously not burnt. I'm also throwing in my sugar snaps when I feel like it. They provide a fresh sweetness to the dish. Feel free to add a little bit more oil if you're in doubt. Just keep everything moving until you feel like your sugar snaps have cooked a little bit. If you're not sure, taste one. Add your mushrooms back and you're almost done. For the sauce, I'm going in a thick, sweet and sour direction. I'm mixing together soy sauce, ketchup for sweetness, as well as a little sugar, some vinegar, and some sriracha for some heat. Why not? Mix it up and simply dump it on my stir fry after turning my heat to medium. I'm also adding a little of that cornstarch slurry that we made before to thicken up the sauce, but that's optional. Serving this over rice and just looking at it because it's so beautiful. The taste has a sweet and acidic bite, but with a very satisfying, savory body. I don't know what I'm talking about, by the way. Those are just the words that I feel like using. And listen, these stir fries don't necessarily have to go in this soy saucy, umami direction. Even though that's super delicious, you can experiment with other flavors. Like I saw this video by Ethan Chulbowski in which he makes an Italian-inspired stir fry. So I wanted to try that, but take it up a notch. I started by frying some garlic and some hot red pepper in some hot oil, and I added some sliced chicken sausage to this. Guys, the smell coming off of this was unbelievable. When that developed some browning, I went in with some onion and then with my asparagus because it's asparagus season and I like it that it makes my pea smell funny. Now it's just about that tossing process again. It's so much fun. And this is a perfect opportunity to develop some intuition. Look at the color of your food as you're tossing it. Smell it, hear it, see how it reacts to certain levels of heat. I believe in you, you can do it. I seasoned thoroughly with salt and pepper and also some MSG, but don't tell anyone. And finish with a squeeze of lemon that I didn't have, but you should use it. Some capers with some caper juice from a caper jar that probably shouldn't be handled like this. And cooked pasta. Yes, pasta, you heard that right. And with the heat off, a final dash of chopped parsley. Beautiful. And just look at this. I mean, that's delicious. That's perfection. And you know what else is perfection? Today's sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace is a platform that allows you to make your own website with zero coding experience. These days, having a website is pretty essential to show what you're about, to show your projects, your blog, or even sell your products. Squarespace has hundreds of award-winning templates that you can choose from and start building your website on top of those beautiful looking templates. Not only that, but they give you essentially every tool that you'll ever need to build a successful website. You can run a blog, you can make an e-commerce store, you can connect with your audience and generate extra revenue through memberships, and even display your social media posts. That's cool, right?
Yeah, that's great.
So you guys can go to squarespace.com right now and browse through their templates and try to make your own website. See how easy it is. And then when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/KWOOWK. That's my channel name, and you can get 10% off of your first purchase of a website or a domain. Thank you so much to Squarespace for supporting the channel. Anyways, guys, I forgot to film an outro, but make sure to click on one of these two videos because they're pretty cool and I think you're gonna like them. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And yeah, I think we reached 3 million subscribers and I didn't even notice, so that's pretty cool. So big shout out to you for watching. Thank you sincerely for that. I was gonna celebrate, but then I was like, okay, let's just leave it for 4 million. We're gonna celebrate at 4 million and pretend 3 million didn't happen. Okay, bye.